Hey everybody, today I want to talk about toxic positivity. I have been seeing people pass around a ton of memes and graphics about this, so I thought that we should really talk about it. And if you don't know what I mean by toxic positivity, people are pushing back against the whole, just focus on what you have, or there are people who have it a lot worse type of mantras. And they're claiming that by telling people to just be positive or to think on the bright side, we are invalidating their experience and not allowing space for painful emotions or hurtful situations. And I want to say that I agree completely with the phrase toxic positivity, but the truth is, it's much more complicated than that. As a therapist who regularly utilizes DBT or dialectical behavior therapy tools like back burner and other emotion regulation skills, I believe there is a time and place to force a positive thought or to hold back a negative one at the very least. This can keep us from oversharing with someone that maybe we don't know that well, or from crying at work or maybe in a public place, which could be less than desirable. We may also find ourselves ruminating on the negative things that happen, focusing only on how terrible we are, how bad the world is, and that everything is going to end anyway, so why even try? Hello, depression, or OCD, or anxiety, or a bunch of other mental illnesses. Therefore, things like thought stopping, distracting, and looking for evidence to support a more positive outlook are all amazing tools and techniques to use in life. It can help pull us out of a dark hole and help us see that things can actually maybe get better, and that life is worth living. Therefore, I have to argue that there is a place in life for forced positive thoughts. And having someone in our life remind us of the good can be, good. But other than that, I do agree that we should push out toxic positivity, making space for us to feel how we need to feel. No one wants to open up to a friend about something horrific that happened, only to have them tell us that we have so many other things to be grateful for. Not to mention that experiencing a trauma can lead us to feeling like we've caused the bad thing to happen, hello shame, or possibly due to our repressed memories, we can worry that we made the whole thing up. So once we open up about something like that, it can be devastating to have someone tell us to, look on the bright side, move past it, you've got so much going for you. Often when someone opens up to us, they're looking for compassion, understanding, and acceptance. Forcing positive thoughts or beliefs doesn't leave space for any of that, and it can compound the trauma that we maybe already feel. And in all honesty, it is a therapist's job to hold space for you to feel how you need to feel and then to validate it. All feelings are okay. I want you to hear that. They're all okay. And yes, we do have some choice when it comes to what we want to focus our energy on, but that doesn't mean that we can't allow for some downtime. We can leave time to cry, to be mad, to express how upset we are at what's going on. And that's why I'm always encouraging people to journal. And while I know, I'm always talking about, making it a gratitude journal and coming up with some things that you're grateful for each day could be seen as toxic positivity, I would argue that not allowing for all of our feelings to be felt and acknowledged is just as toxic. It's okay to journal about what sucks, things that hurt you, and how sad you are. But it's also okay to write about the things you're thankful for, what you're looking forward to, and even what you're working on. All feelings and things are okay. We just need to make time and space for all of it, not just one side or the other. If we don't make it okay to feel all the feels, we're just moving over from one extreme to another. And I don't know why, but people love an all or nothing black and white mentality. It's like we're addicted to that frame of mind. I think of like diets and just the way people talk about stuff. We always like this all or nothing. I'm in, I'm out. I'm doing this thing, I'm not. Ugh, I'm sick of it. So instead of just thinking that everything positive is toxic and that it's not okay to get someone to see something on the bright side, here are some things that I just want you to consider first. Number one, have they brought up this same upset over and over but don't seem to want a solution? Maybe that's a sign that they just want to vent, and all you can really do is listen or encourage them to get some professional help. Rumination and or venting really isn't working, and we could try some positivity, but they may not be open to it. My second question is this the first time they've opened up like this? If so, you should probably just listen, validate how they feel, and ask if they're looking for any advice or if they're just looking for support. Let them guide it. Don't assume that you know everything. Number 3, are you uncomfortable with any expression of emotion? Or possibly just the ones that you think are negative, like anger or sadness? And finally, do you worry that you don't know what to say if you don't try to get them to focus on the positive? Or are you like scrambling for what to come up with? And I know those questions are just a start, but I do think that we would all benefit from considering these things first. Do we tend to want to push every conversation into a more positive place? Are we uncomfortable with upset? And I'm not saying that we should wallow or only think dark, negative thoughts, but we should be able to feel how we feel and know that there's no judgment around it. And just to offer some science to back up why we already seem pulled towards the negative things, our brain is wired to seek out threat. It's constantly searching our environment for any indication that it needs to ready us for fight and flight. Positive thoughts and wonderful things happening aren't threatening to us, but those negative ones are. So our brain will want to focus in on it so it can decide whether it needs to ready us to get the hell out of there. But if the thing it's focusing on is just a thought, well, then we want to ruminate, think it through a zillion different ways and get nowhere. And that's why so many people tell others to think more positively. It's really difficult, and we don't do it often. And if you think about it, even just the fact that our brain is like surveilling our environment for threat is what keeps us alive. So it's a pretty cool thing, but it can also be a little bit negative sometimes. Overall, be cautious about how you interact with people. Try to see things from their perspective. And if you're concerned with what to say or do, simply asking if they want you to listen or to help them can go a long way. Let them tell you what they need instead of assuming that you always know what's best. I hope you found this helpful. I've been hearing so much about toxic positivity lately, and I thought it deserved a more in-depth conversation. But I want to hear from you. What do you think about it? Do you think we've gotten out of control with our think positive attitude or not? Let me know in those comments down below, and I will see you next time. Bye.